let's kind of move on and shift directions to the game. Miami Dolphins, Thursday night. Probably one of the, I want to say more explosive offenses in the NFL, but they really did not play super well against the Bills. So, let's say flashy. I mean, you've got two elite weapons in Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. You've got Tua playing the best football of his career by far. I mean, their offensive line playing really well. I know Robert Hunt super highly rated for PFF. I mean, Armstead, obviously you're gonna have the injuries, kind of up and down with him. And then they got your boy Eichenberg, didn't they, Scott? I think he's
Yeah.
in a guard for him. I think their defense hasn't been
Yeah.
what people have thought, but I know they have Xavier Howard, who's always going to be a playmaker, and Holland's been playing unreal at the safety position. But what are your guys' kind of like initial thoughts on the game?
I think this is a letdown game for them. You know, you just come off of a huge win against what everybody's saying is the best team in the AFC, and you play it in 95-degree Miami heat. You're battered. I mean, Tua looked like he was dead getting up off the field there, and then they
Back
said it's
injury.
a back injury. Yeah, sure. My guy can't even walk straight. I just counted today's injury report for them. They're between the limited and did not participate. There's 13 guys on it.
Ours is hefty though too.
Yeah, but I mean, like
It's also
some of those
Tuesday.
some of those injuries are. I mean, you got Armstead that didn't practice. You've got Xavier Howard. You've got Tua. You've got Jalen Waddle. Like, you know, they're banged up, and that's a short week. So, I mean, I would say we're healthier than they are.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
So, I don't know. Like, it'll be interesting to see. I don't even really know. I still don't know what to make of Tua. Like, I don't think he's really played like a tremendous defense yet. I mean, that Bills defense was depleted, as the Baltimore fans like to say. You're playing our practice squad, as they've got like, I don't know, seven.
Have they said that for like the past like 3 years?
Yeah. And so
Okay, I was just checking.
I don't really know. I don't really
At what
know.
point does it change from being a practice squad to just that's your defense?
No. When you're a Ravens fan, you gotta just say
It's just
that you're
always
Yeah, you
Okay.
can't accept that. You know, maybe your
until
defense is-
Marlon makes a play and then he's all pro Marlowe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. If Marcus
Scott-
Peters, who's like, you know, letting Tyreek Hill run completely by him, that's the practice squad though.
But if he
Yes.
makes a play, he's all pro. Scott,
Yep.
what are you thinking about the game?
Yeah, so Jake touched on one of my main points is the Bills ran 100 plays. It was like 100 degrees outside. Like everyone was cramping up on the Bills. Like Miami, everyone says that Miami Heat's no joke. All the humidity, the defense was on the field for 100 plays, and now they're playing in a short week. Like I really think that's gonna come into play pretty heavily. So, like that's definitely an advantage for us, especially, you know, like if we can have a big play on them, or, you know, run the ball at a decent clip, because they're gonna be tired. You're gonna see a lot of bodies coming in and out, probably especially on that D line. Like the quick turnaround's awful in general. Like teams really do struggle on Thursday night with how quick that turnaround is, but like I can't emphasize enough how hard it's going to be after playing in that heat and playing 100 snaps. So that defense, I mean, that's going to be. I think they're going to be kind of running on fumes in the second half. So it's going to be kind of a test your will game for the Dolphins defense. But yeah, Tua, I'm usually pretty bullish on my quarterback opinions, and you have to do a lot to change them on me. And I've never been a huge Tua fan, but he's playing well. Like, I mean, I can't say he's not playing well. So I love the Dolphins coach though too. Like I think that guy's awesome. I think he has Tua in the best possible position to succeed. So I mean that's big. So yeah, it's gonna be the Dolphins are gonna try to get Waddle in space on some short passes and screens and tunnel screens and stuff. You'll see Tyreek Hill, you know, trying to get him in space. He's a burner as well. We're all pretty high on Gesicki. He'll definitely be involved. So, I mean, yeah, it's going to be a fun matchup. You know, the last time a team from Florida came to came to Cincinnati, not Paul Brown Stadium. Came to Cincinnati in Week 4 for a Thursday night game. It ended well for us. So
It left with their head coach sticking his finger in butts.
allegedly.
Classic. I have one other thing. How we were going, just another thing to add. With this week being so different, and I'm pretty sure that Tampa is practicing in Miami with the hurricane and everything. I'm not trying to break any news here or anything, but I saw a Dolphins player today, so they're here.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I would assume they would have got here.
Definitely a different week. Like they're here early. Like
yeah.
I don't know if that affects anything, but it's definitely a little bit of a different, short week for them.
Yeah, I've been trying to find their snap breakdowns from the last week. The Dolphins, I can't find it anywhere, but I know that they don't run a ton of too high. I know they're big cover 3.
They blitz. They like
blitz a lot. And that was kind of something I wanted to hit on with the Jets that I didn't like. As much as I don't want Joe Burrow getting hit, the minute I see any team in a cover 0, I think I get a little chub, because I think if you're going to let Joe Burrow find a guy and kind of pick on you in a man situation, I like Joe Burrow. So I think if they're going to blitz a lot, I don't think it's really going to end well for them this game. But I think it is going to be pretty interesting to see how they match up defensively, offensively, kind of both sides of the ball. So let's go into each of our keys to the game. What do you think is going to be the biggest key to the game for us?
I think it's going to come down to keeping Joe up again. Like, I think this is one of those games where, the first to 30 definitely wins, even if they're tired. Like, it's an explosive offense. Again, like, I think it's going to be Joe. I think taking advantage on the other side of the ball of, maybe some guys out on that offense and hurt. I think if they get out to a lead early, a 7-0 start like they did last week and put the pressure on them, like, it could be, a very lopsided game, and I'm being 100% there.
Yeah, I think I have a couple keys, but I would say probably the main key I have is just if you don't get beat over the top, I feel really good about this. Or not even over the top, don't get beat by big plays. Like they have speed and lots of it. Like Waddle can burn, Tyreek Hill burns. Like they can definitely hurt you with their speed. So we just gotta, not kind of get bit by that. Not a lot of big plays. No Jamar Chase touchdown play. Like that, we can't have them run that on us. Just so, yeah. But I trust the defense. Eli Apple, he's already been called out, so it'll be fun just to watch that too.
Yeah, I think the DBs said to get to him, you got to get through all of us, which love that mentality. And I mean, I like our DB group, especially compared to a lot of the league. I think we're a little bit
Cheetah is wildly underrated.
Yeah. I think the defense is just full of guys who are super underrated. I mean, you look at everybody top to bottom. I think Trey's underrated.
Did we lose?
I think
Eli?
DJ's underrated. I think
we did.
Cheeto's underrated. It's a lot of guys.
This could be
for me. I think
problem.
the biggest key of the game kind of goes with.
No.
Dude, so I was making faces. I was watching. Dude, Bo Nickel. You haven't heard his name, but
I think
he's going to be a UFC fighter, and he's going to be the greatest UFC fighter of all time.
I hope Eli keeps this in. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah, me and you just. Well, I just turned FC on the game tonight.
Maybe.
So.
Oh, who do they play?
Seattle. Eli,
nice.
Are you back?
Oh, hey.
Oh, thank God.
Wait.
Oh, maybe not. He moved for a second.
Oh,
he's changing shit.
Okay, wait. Are we back?
He's back.
I don't know what the fuck just happened.
So we kept it rolling, but you're probably gonna want to cut all this.
Yeah, we might not. We might keep it in. We'll figure it out.
I spent 30 seconds talking about a UFC guy that's about to get signed to UFC, Bo Nickel. He's gonna be the GOAT. I promise you.
I'm keeping this all in the podcast because I am looking forward to hearing what you guys are saying. But I was saying that I think my keys of the game are kind of a mixture of both of your guys's. I think Joe is going to be the X factor on offense. I think they're going to throw a lot of looks at him. I think they're going to do a lot of different things. That's kind of what they've done so far to the season. I was looking for their snap count as well. Still couldn't find it. But they are going to blitz a lot. I think it's going to give Joe a lot of time to do something. I also think Joe Mixon's going to be a big key. If we can establish the run game against them, I feel really good about our chances. And if you can limit the big plays, I think that's the scary part about it. I don't think their defense horrifies me too much. I mean, to me, it's just their offense. I think their offense is going to be the make or break there, and what can kind of change the game and win it for them if the Bengals allow it to happen.
I also need to correct myself. The person I saw, I thought was on their practice squad. He was released a little bit ago. So
okay, so
I'm wrong.
Unbreaking. It's no longer. It's unbroken.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jake is not Adam Schefter. He would be fired the first.
No. I threw my take out without doing my due diligence.
Hey, that's how you got to do it, though.
Dude, I shoot from the hip. I'm not.
Yeah,
hey,
shoot from the hip.
Hey, you know what they say? If you bat 300, you're in the Hall of Fame.
Exactly.
Baseball's not that great a sport.
There's a few times when like I feel like we should fire off takes that we don't. Like I'm not gonna say that we had the.
I go for it, dude.
I'm not gonna say.
Is getting
I'm not
800
gonna say
yards.
we had the Clark Harris take before everybody else, but I think we did.
Eli, can you do it? Can you do it? All right, I'm Scott. Hayden Hurst will have 800 yards.
Oh wait, do it one more time.
Dude, fire from the hip. They're called hot takes. They're supposed to be hot.
Moving on from that, we've hit the keys of the game. This is going to be such a clusterfuck to edit because I have no idea where the file went. So this is going to be really. Hope you guys don't care about cussing because this is going to be bad. Moving on, let's do our key player of the game. Let's do one offense, one defense. Who do you guys think is going to be a key player for the Bengals in this matchup on Thursday night?
I said Joe was like the key to the game, but I think, the one player that could turn this game on its head very quickly is Jamar. So that's going to be my offensive player. And then just for fun, I'm going Jesse Bates on defense. I think if he's like flying around, making some big hits, they're going to have to tackle in space. And I think there might be a couple times where, Tyreek Hill is one-on-one after the catch with him, and same with Waddle. So I think if, they play a sound game, tackling in space and everything, I think Jesse Bates could play a big role in that.
Yeah, I'll say offensively, two years in a row. Dolphins fans will lie to you now, but 2 years in a row. They wanted Joe Burrow. Too bad he's on the Bengals. They wanted Jamar Chase. Too bad he's on the Bengals. Like, those two, they got good players as well, but, those are the guys they wanted, and, too bad they're on the Bengals. I think this is a game where they're kind of going to realize, like, man, unfortunately, we didn't grab them. But I think they're going to be keys as every other game. And I'll say Logan Wilson. His coverage skills are so good. Forced Tua into a mistake, batted ball or something. Logan Wilson make a play.
Yeah, I like all your guys's. I'm gonna say it's gonna be Joe Mixon on the offense side of the ball. I do think there's gonna be a game at some point this year where you're gonna try to slow them down and you're gonna try to run the ball. You're gonna try to be monotonous. I could really see this being that game. I could see the Bengals trying to limit it. I think they could slow down the game by trying to run with Joe. Obviously, they're gonna have to be successful for them to do that, and I think it's going to kind of start and end with Joe Mixon. I mean, the offensive line, he's ran behind worse offensive lines. 2019, he had the worst offensive line in all of football and led the AFC in rushing. So he's capable of doing it. We just got to see it happen, and I think this is a game for him to kind of get right. I like their D-line. I don't think it's anything crazy, though. I mean, I think Jake and I have a soft spot for Christian Wilkins just because he's absolutely hilarious on Mic'd Up. But besides that, like, defensive line doesn't scare me too much. There's nothing there. So I'm gonna pick Joe Mixon as my offense, and then defensively, I feel like to me it's gonna be Sam Hubbard. I don't know why, but I feel like they're gonna be uber aware of Trey Hendrickson, and Trey's gonna probably go with Teron Armstead. So that's gonna be an awesome matchup to see, by the way. So tune into that. But I could see, especially since Tua is lefty, I could see Trey kind of forcing some pressure to a side where he can see and trying to run away. So I think Sam's going to have the opportunity to do some cleanup stuff or try to make his own. And I think that's going to be a crucial point in the game defensively. So I think we're pretty much gonna end it off like we have the last. Oh wait, Scott's got one more thing.
Oh, I was just gonna ask you guys a question. Like we've touched on the Dolphins' speed multiple times. Is this the Dax Hill game? Like, is this when we're gonna see Dax Hill play like a lot of snaps? Because I
I would
definitely think
like
it's
to
in the
see it.
cards. Yeah, like he's the fastest guy on our defense by a mile. So he
I think
definitely
it.
helps with that speed.
I think it depends. Like, let's say they get a lead, and it's looking like one of those games where they're gonna have the Dolphins are gonna have to pass it 40 to 50 times. Like, then yeah, I think it would be a good idea to maybe run like some three safety looks, get as many athletic guys on the field. But I don't know. Like, Lewis kind of made it sound like if Dax plays, it's gonna be towards the end of the year, and he was very not trying to keep them safe, but one of those like you don't want to play him in this game. He gets burned a couple of times, then you just ruin his confidence. I think this would be. I would be surprised after what he said the last few weeks about Dax.
Yeah, I think I would really. I think I would like him in this game just because I would really like to have Von Belt in the box a little bit more. I think if you can do that with, I mean, Tua's kind of a dual threat, but I'm not. He doesn't scare me that much. So I think kind of a look with Logan and Vaughn in the box. I kind of like that, and then you put Dax in the back with Jesse. But yeah, I don't think they're gonna play him yet. But I mean, I would like to get him looks more, get him a little more comfortable because I mean he's an injury away from being there. So I mean, I think it's time to start getting him a little bit ready, start playing him a little bit more because I mean, guys go down all the time. So it wouldn't shock me if we see Jesse or Vaughn pop up on injury report, especially if it was going to be a week, maybe a short week like that. But I think that's right. Let's dive into our score predictions now. We've done this every week. It's been a ton of fun. What do we got from you, Jake? What's your score prediction for the week against the Miami Dolphins?
I'm going to go 30-24 Bengals.
Points fest. Wow.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in the primetime unders. So I'll say something like 2017 Bengals. I think it'll be more of a
2017.
defensive game. And yeah, like I always think back to like the week 4 game last year that the versus the Jags, like that Thursday night game. Like Thursday nights are tough, man. Teams don't really love playing them all the time. It's a really short week. You don't really get to put in much for the other team, like schematically. So yeah, I'll say 2017 Bengals. Maybe McPherson walk off. That'd be cool.
I am. I'm going to be the contrarian. I don't love this matchup for us. And I've picked the Bengals a lot, and they've lost. And I picked the Jets last week, and the Jets lost. So I think I'm just bad luck. I'm going to say the Dolphins win 24-21. I think this game is likely, like Scott, I think it's going to be a lower scoring game. I think that still hits the over. Because I think I might be tied the over. It's 45, I think, right now. But I think it's going to be a field goal game. I don't think any team's going to blow each other out. I think these offenses can go toe-to-toe. I think they're both big play capable, and I think we could really see that. So I'm going to go with 24-21 Dolphins, hoping I'm wrong. But yeah, it's just kind of a prediction. I don't really have some reasoning behind why I think the Dolphins are going to win. I think either team could win this game. Wouldn't shock me. It would shock me if either team blew the other team out. I'll say that. Any last things before we get out of here, guys?
I can't wait for the Reds season to be over.
Aren't they playing right now?
Yeah. Who cares?
Are they losing?
I don't know. We'll check. Scott, you got anything?
The soccer team's on. Why is anyone watching baseball? FC's going to the playoffs, boys.
We're going to the offs?
Not officially, but yeah. Like if we win tonight, I'm starting to talk home playoffs. Like
home playoff game at TQL?
Oh, we've started to get cooking a little bit.
I love that.
Only thing I'll say too, I don't know what the Dolphins are wearing, but I think that aquamarine teal is super candy ass. So, like I refuse to believe in the Dolphins because like that jersey can't win in December. Like it just can't.
I hate their rebrand. Like I used to love
awful.
the dolphin logo. It looks like they're the logo for an aquarium.
Yeah, it's
like the dolphin
really
just looks
bad.
like an aquarium logo.
Although, realistically, take us away, I think most rebrands in football aren't necessarily good.
I mean, most rebrands suck. Let's be
Like
real.
the Giants jerseys last night, they should only wear those jerseys. Those were awesome.
I agree. Those are sick. And the helmets. But, Jake, you got one more thing?
Nah.
You sure? I feel like you got
Dude,
something.
this show has gone off the rails so bad.
Yeah, Jake's got something he's holding back. I can see it.
We were just talking about, how I think the worst of all time. I mean, you had the football team. What an amazing name.
I kind of loved it, honestly.
It's a lot
Take,
better than Commanders.
Take football club and stuff. Take that out of.
Yeah.
Take that away from soccer. We're football.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
yeah.
Scott. Didn't mean to offend you there.
I mean, at one point you could
Soccer's
have
great too.
And that's talking soccer from Kings of Queens City.
But I might start tweeting about it, man.
I mean, we're trying to use our Twitter more. We're trying to use our TikTok more. I think we failed both this week, but we're going to keep trying it more. We're going to try to use our personals more, getting more involved in Bengals Twitter. But I think that is going to be it for this one, guys. This one got off the rails. This one was kind of crazy, but I kind of loved it. It was awesome. We hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys show out for the Bengals game against the Miami Dolphins on Thursday night. We'll probably have an episode next Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll probably let this one rest, especially if it's a loss. Don't want to say anything too crazy on a Friday, but we hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, Hoo Day.